Hey guys, I have never posted I think a real video ever on YouTube, but here recently, about a couple of weeks ago, I went on my first solo cruise. And it seems to be like an experience people want to experience, and it's worth it. Because I've actually been on this was my fourth cruise. And out of all the cruises that I've been on, this was actually by far the best one that I've ever been on. When you go on solo cruises, you're not like on anybody else's agenda. You're just on there to kick it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about you know how you go on, ladies, when you go on trips with other girlfriends, you always have to get on the same accord. You always got one that ain't got no money. Then you have another one that is got an attitude problem. Another one that just wants to get attention from men. Let's be real. Come on now, y'all know what I'm talking about. So you don't have to deal with all of that. Going by yourself, you just do you. So at the end of 2000, I don't know when you're watching this, but at the end of 2017, I went on this Carnival cruise to the Bahamas. Now, I ain't gonna recommend going on a Carnival cruise by yourself, because Carnival cruises, they're geared toward families. So that's a lot of what you're gonna see: families, couples, and that's it. Hold on a second. Turn this down. And so if you're trying to go and get and link up with a man, you better have one with you, because you're not probably gonna find one on one of these cruises. I'm just saying, I didn't. I wasn't looking for that either. So I just wanted to get away for the holidays, after the holidays, and do me. And let me tell you, I met some amazing people. Met some people from Jersey, DC, Virginia, Atlanta, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. So I met some great people at dinner. We linked up, had a great time. So I'm gonna be posting some, attached to this. I'm gonna post some videos, just some footage, small footage that I was doing while I was there, just sending my girlfriends, just to kind of document the experience, because you would not believe. The only reason I'm on here right now is just to give some of you ladies the confidence to do this. You got this. If you don't have anybody to go with, you're gonna meet some people. If you're a people person like I am, it's not gonna be any problem. Fine, just, you know what I'm saying, conversing with people to talk to. And I mean, even if you're just there just to do you, to unwind, detach from everyday life, I recommend it for everyone, because people they cannot believe that I did this. Like, every time I tell someone I went on a cruise by myself, they're like, what? Even the people that were there that I would meet, they're like, you're here by yourself? Yeah, I get tired of I'm the type of person, I don't have time to keep waiting on people to get their life together or make a decision on what they want to do. If I want to do something, I just do it. I've always been like that, but so as I've gotten older, I really, you know what I'm saying, I don't have the patience. I just don't. And so I'm not going to sit here and waste my life away waiting on other people to bust a move. You know what I mean? So it was right after the holidays. So let me walk you through a little bit what I did. So I booked this at the beginning of December, when I decided, you know what? I work for a company, and a plant actually, and we have a shutdown around the holidays. We get almost 2 weeks off. So usually after the holidays, I'm like looking around, feeling like I'm wasting days. not doing anything real. You know, I can find things to do around the house or just around my city as far as just getting things, business done, you know, and things for myself that I haven't done throughout the year. But I do want to take the time to relax, get away, take some time that I'm not able to during the year, you know what I mean? And if it's on the company, because they pay us during this time, hey, I might as well get away. And that's what I decided to do. I've been saying that for, like, I've been there almost 5 years. So I'm like, okay, this is the year that I'm going to go on a cruise. And I've been talking about a cruise with my friends for a couple of years, and nobody would like bite. So, okay, I got you. I'm just going to do this by myself. And that's fine. And so this was my first, like, for real trip. And then what do? Go on a cruise is going to Bahamas by myself. And most people, I know, they won't do it. But I feel like a cruise is probably your safest bet. You know what I'm saying? It's in a controlled environment. Somewhat, and it's like it's so many things to do on the ship. If you don't want to get off the ship when it docks, you don't have to. You can go to the casino. They got shows that's going on the whole time. Shows. They have a karaoke bar. They have bars throughout. You eat unlimited because what you pay for, it's almost like a resort on the water. So you can just eat as much as you want to. And they have like drink packages. Like I didn't get the drink package because I drink. Come on now. I drink, but I don't drink as much as I can't remember how many you get a day or what the dollar amount is with the drink packages on most ships. But I didn't get that because I can only drink so much, and especially when you're by yourself. And then generally, if you halfway decent looking, I hate to say it, hell, if you're just a woman, you can get some drinks bought. Come on now. So I didn't do that, but amazing time. So let me back up for a little bit. So my ship, I got on the Caribbean, Lord. It is the Carnival Victory cruise line or boat, and left out of Miami. So from Nashville, I flew to Fort Lauderdale because that's the cheapest way to go. So flew to Lauderdale, and then you can take a transfer to Miami, which is about 30 to 45 minutes. I can't remember. I've done it several times, but it doesn't feel like it's long. And I always go to sleep on the transfer. And so did that. So I flew into Fort Lauderdale, and it was like, my flight was at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm such not a morning person. I just knew I was going to miss the flight. But I didn't. So I got to Miami. I think it was their time. They were an hour ahead, so I think it was like 8 something. Got there, took the transfer to Miami, and then they have an onboarding process that's really quick and easy. And to Nassau, that's where I was going, to Nassau, Bahamas. I don't believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you have to have a passport to get there. I think you can still have your birth certificate to get into Nassau. I could be wrong. I have my passport, so that's just what I used. And but they didn't even, I had to ask to have it stamped while we were in Nassau, because I need my stamps, honey. I need receipts that I've been somewhere. Although this was my third time to Nassau. Anyway, so boarded the ship. Now this time, usually you can check your luggage. I have no idea what happened to my the boarding process this time for me. It all seemed rushed, but I usually have my luggage checked. I've gone on Norwegian and Royal. And I've also been on Carnival. This was my second Carnival cruise. And so I was like, by the time I got on the boat, I was like, why am I walking around with these bags? Because you can check it just like you do in airplane. But like when I got on and they just kind of answered a few questions. Now, what I did was, what you could also do is, because for all these cruises, you're gonna have to, they'll like, it's like a hotel. So they'll run you a tab throughout the whole time you're there. And I just opened a cash account. So I just put like $200 down on the cash account. And then I ended up getting money back because I didn't even use all that money. I got a few drinks bought. And just incidentals was like drinks and just anything you buy on the boat. So I opened the cash account, and then before I knew it, I was on the boat. I was boarding the boat, and I'm like, wait a minute, why do I have my bags? But anyway, you usually can check it, and you still can. I just missed that process some kind of way. Anyway, so boarded the boat, and it was, I guess by this time, it was probably 11 o'clock. 11 or 12, and so they're serving lunch. So ate some lunch, and then I'll post a video with me just like walking around my little bag and looking at this point. It's like kind of awkward for me because again, it's like first time cruising by myself, and you know, you're feeling out of your element, and it's more you than anybody. Nobody cares, and so I think I would have felt better if I didn't have my bags with me. But so I had my bags, I got lunch, taped that video. I was sending it to my girlfriends, like I said, to just kind of document what was going on and let them know they could do this. Hell, if I'm doing it, you could do it. And then so I think the rooms, they were like serving like champagne, like as I guess like welcome aboard type of deal. So of course I had a few drinks. So by the time they had our rooms ready, which was about 3 o'clock, I was like ready. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, how you doing? And all of that. Like I was talking to everybody because of the champagne. And so was already off to a great start. So got to my room, and now I can't say like the first cruise that I went on, it was a Carnival cruise, and it was cool, you know, cool experience. I was very young, so even then though, I felt like the boat was very old, like it was an older feeling boat. And since then, Carnival, unless this Victory is I didn't even look to see what year it was built, but it was a lot nicer than, I've been on the Fascination, and they probably done upgrades since when I was on there. I'm sure, Lord knows, I hope they have. And it was cool. Like when I got to my cabin, because I was in the bottom of the boat, honey, I was with the workers. But like I said, I booked this cruise the 1st of December. It was so last minute. And another thing, if you go by yourself, you're basically gonna pay the same price for 2 people. That's the sucky part of it all. Unless you go with like Norwegian, they have single cabins, but you still gonna pay, because the single cabins ain't cheap. They're very nice though. Listen, they're very nice. But I think I paid like $700 something for a single cabin in the bottom of the boat. But it was cool. I mean, you're not spending all this time in the room. And you guys, I'll post the video, so I pan the room and you see how the stateroom looks. It's cool. It's nice. Like I said, it's been upgraded, so it looks, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was nice, especially for the amount of time I was staying in the room. Okay, so fast forward. So I do that. So fast forward to dinner. So you have scheduled dinner times. You can either do an early dining option or a late. I'm never on time for anything. Anything. So I schedule the late, and you do all of this when you book your cruise. So that's what I did. So I booked a late one, and the late dinner option with Carnival was 8:15, and so I booked the 8:15. This is gonna trip you out because I mean, by yourself, you would think, I don't know what happened. This is odd too, because usually you sit with a group of people. Usually, I don't know, like some tables are huge, and then I don't know how they go about grouping you with who. They did a good job of grouping me with the people I was with, but this was only after this happened. So I know how it generally works. I dressed up, not dressed up every night, because I think it's like one night they have like the captain's dinner, and you get to meet the captain of the ship. I never did see that man. I'm too consumed with trying to eat and kick it. But I never have met the captain. All these cruises. Anyway, so, but for dinner, you don't have to. Outside the captain's cruise, I think it's like the last night you're there, you dress up really nice. But every night for dinner, I'd like to look nice. That's what I do around town. If I'm going out to dinner for a nice dinner, that's what I do. Look nice. So anyway, so I dress up, thinking I'm 2/3 cute, honey, and go down there to the dining room that they have me set for. And I show up and it's like, hey, yes, my name's Shelly. So, hey, my name is Michelle. And everybody calls me Shelly. And so I say, my name's Michelle, blase, blase. I'm here for dinner. You know, talking to the maitre d', and it's a girl. And she's like, hi, yes. And then she hands me one of those pager things that you like get at Chili's. Man, what, okay, what is this? And she said, yes, you're dining alone, right? I hadn't planned on it. Yeah, I'm here by myself, but I didn't think I was going to be eating by myself. Are you kidding me? And then, so, she was like, oh, we thought you would just want to eat by yourself. Something like that. Because generally the workers on the ship, they're from all over the place, right? So, different countries and all this. And so, it's like so it's different nationalities. And, I'm like, no, that's not gonna work for me. I'm here to like meet and mingle, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna, I'm here by myself, but I don't want to be sitting in the corner somewhere eating dinner. That is stupid. So I said all of that too. I'm very vocal. So she sat me. She said, okay, so go down a level and check with the maitre d' there. And then I was like, okay. So so I don't know what I was just about to say. Oh, and so I go downstairs, and the guy was like, hi. And he said, and I told him my situation, basically. And he looked through his computer and he looked up and said, well, I have a group of people that, and he said he gave me an age range, and then he told me that they were all single at this table. Now, I have no idea how they have all this, but they had it on the computer at the dining room. And so I was like, oh, that sounds nice. Okay, cool. So they walked me to the table, and then I met everyone that I would be seated with for every night at dinner there. And it was like a 3-day cruise, so I saw these people 3 times. Okay, so that was that. Very nice people. like I said, Jersey's in the house, Atlanta in the house, Philly's in the house. Very, very nice people. Nashville's in the house. And then so I went later that night. I went to a show. Like they have like shows, like I said, all on the ship. Did that. Karaoke. Then I went to the club on the boat. I met a girl from DC. She was cool as hell. We danced all night. And she was there. I think she said, yeah, she's Lisa. That was her name. She was there with her mother-in-law at the club, but she said her husband was in the room asleep. And then so we were like, every song that came on, we like, hey, that's what's up, that's what's up. And then we ended up just going on the dance floor dancing. And so every night that I was there, she would always, like, I would like check out the club, and then she would already be there. So like I said, you meet a lot of cool people if you just go by yourself. Because think about it, like if you go with a group of people, you're not gonna network in that way. You're not forced to. You're not forced to. So you know, so you just stay in your little clique and then y'all do you. But even the next day, you can book excursions with the cruise line. But since I stayed in the club to the wee hours of the night, honey, I woke up and was like, the excursion that I planned was this like a booze cruise, or like a bar hop. What it was called was like a bar hopping thing, and you just bar hop all over Nassau. And I was like, oh my God. First off, when I woke up, the thing started at 11 and I woke up at like 10 something. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I don't feel like drinking. I don't know what I was thinking about. I guess, well, I know what I was thinking about. I was thinking about doing an excursion that again had me like with a group of people, and it was safe, because I'm not going to be wandering. I recommend that for anyone. Do not get off that boat and try to do the tourist thing by yourself. That is not safe, especially if you're a woman. That is just stupid. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going to happen. So I was thinking when I booked this, I was like, okay, I'm going to be with a group of people. I'll be safe, even though we're going to be drinking, which is probably not smart either. But when I, like I said, when I got up, and it was too late, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel like drinking at 11 o'clock in the day. I went down to guest services. By the time I got ready, I went down to guest services, and I'm like, hey, I know this ticket is like non-refundable, but this is what happened. Can I pick something else to do today? Because we docked in the Bahamas for a day, and they weren't leaving until the next day. So that's the thing. Most like, it depends on which cruises you go on. Some of them, like, they'll dock in a place and then you leave that night. The best ones are if you go somewhere and then they don't leave until the next day. So that day you have the entire day at this location, which is cool. And then so we were leaving the next day. And so I'm at guest services, and they didn't even make a big deal out of it. I just knew I was going to be out of my money. But no, they were cool about it, and they said, no, just pick something else. So as I'm standing in line to pick something else to do, one of the girls, JoJo, shout out to JoJo, Jersey in the house, she was like, hey, what's up, girl? Her and her guy, Chris. What's up, Chris? They were standing in line for something else, and they were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, trying to find something else to do today. And they're like, no, just hang with us. Man, when I tell y'all, I had the best time with them. We did so much in the city. We went to one of the local beaches. We went to Paradise Island. We went to this area of like restaurants they called a fish fry. Had conch fritters. Drank me a couple brews. just did a lot of local things that I wouldn't have normally done. You know what I mean? Like with this organized tourist group stuff. It was cool. We had a good time. That night we even went back. You know what I'm saying? We came back to the boat, had dinner with our usual party that we dined with. Then after that, got dressed, left, went back out, went to a club on the island. It was like so much fun. I had a great time. So that's that day. And then the next day we just had a day at sea. And I spent trying to get some sun, just laying out more, and just had a great day cruising about on the sea. And did some stuff that night. I think we went to the karaoke bar, had dinner, then I went back to the club. Went back to the club. So again, great time, met a lot of people, and I would recommend it to any single lady that's just looking to get away and just find something to do out of the norm. I definitely plan on going on another one. It's so funny, one of my girlfriends, when I told her what I did a few days ago, well, I told her, she knew what I was doing, but like a few days ago when I was just giving her the details of my trip, she ended up booking her first solo trip. So she's just like, you know, thank you, you've inspired me, and I've heard that a lot. So I just wanted to get on here and let you guys, you ladies know, especially ladies, guys too, you know what I'm saying? You want to go on a trip, one of these trips by yourself, I encourage everyone to do it. I definitely will do it again if I listen. Even if I got a man, you know what I'm saying, if he would, cause I hate to say out loud, cause Shell does what she wants to do, but I don't know, sometimes you just need that time away to regroup, and it helped me, because I can't say it was liberating being able to do that by myself, because you know, again, I don't know how that looks like that. A lot of people they're not going to do that. They're not going to step out and take a solo trip like that. That's going to allow me to do other solo trips without any issue. But I can say I would recommend a cruise for your first one, just because, you know what I'm saying, everything's there. You don't have to leave the boat. If you don't feel comfortable leaving, it's stuff to do on the boat. So again, I'm gonna post some of those. It's sketchy, trust me. When I post it, you're gonna be like, why she even post this? I was just talking, but it was me on the boat, documenting me being on the boat. That's my first solo cruise, so there you go. All right, so if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and comment below, and let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are, and where you're gonna go for your first solo cruise. Okay. All right, talk to you guys.